Karl.
God, it's like living with the CIA with you.
Give me these.
So, are you married?
Would it bother you? Want to play photographer?
Keep going.
We're in different places in our lives. There are tons of women in the city. Go find them.
I knew you were hiding someone from me. You pretty?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Hey, baby, you look sexy.
Come find me.
I need you to stay away from my work and my home.
You think you can buy anybody, don't you?
I'll see you real soon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt with the NRW. We're Nerds Rule the World, and I am here with one of my favorite stars. I'm so sorry when I say this, as a child, Alicia Silverstone, who basically defined my early teens, who played Sophie, and Karl Glusman, who plays Elliot in the upcoming film Pretty Thing. How are y'all today?
Good, thank you. And
Very
you?
well, thanks. How you doing?
Thank you very much. I'm good. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me. The movie was fascinating and a different take than what I thought it was going to be, for sure. When y'all first read these characters, what were your thoughts about Sophie and about Elliot? Alicia, I'll start with you.
Well, when I read the script, I thought this was a very interesting story. It was so compelling and intense, and they were juicy roles for both of us. And I came on quite late. Karl was involved with this for a long time, and I came on, I think, 3 weeks before. And I had worked with Justin before on King Cobra, and he's so talented. So it was a really exciting opportunity to get to work with him again. And Karl and I had both been in the Reptile film, but we didn't work together. So I knew he was so talented. And so I just was excited to do this, and it felt risky. It felt challenging and scary in all the right ways. When you were an artist and you want to, you don't want to do things that are easy for you. You want to do things that you go, I don't know if I can do this. And that's how I felt. And so I started boxing for 2 weeks or something like that. And there we were. But it was great, and Justin made it so comfortable. There's very provocative scenes, and always he held a space of fun and comfort. I just felt good with him, and Karl's an amazing scene partner, so we had a great time together.
Lovely. Karl, what about Elliot spoke with you when you first read him?
Well, there wasn't a lot that I necessarily I guess. Okay, what spoke to me? The thing that I could attach to was being, madly wrapped up in someone, to the point of feeling crazy. I mean, that's kind of what love is. I don't know if what my character experiences is true love, but I think that my character, maybe mistakes it for that, and it turns into this obsession, which, leads us down this dark spiraling thriller. Again, what Alicia just said was, I got the script. There were these two amazing roles where the balance of power is shifting back and forth. You don't quite know who people are at first. And that was very interesting to me. And that felt, realistic, and that people will present one thing and then there's actually a lot going on underneath. That's the good stuff as an actor. That's the stuff you want. And sometimes playing the loser can be scary because, you know, obviously you want to look heroic and tough and all, you know, cool and all these things. But I think sometimes playing these loners or losers, these people on the fringe, those are, you know, those are some of the best parts. And so I was very lucky to get this script in my lap because I know that there had been other actors in the past attached to it. So I got lucky, and very lucky with Alicia because she is probably one of the most pleasant people to be around on set, honestly, because, you know, there's the movie you make and then there's the life around the movie, and Alicia made that life really nice. So
That is absolutely lovely. Karl, there's something actually that you said that that brings up the next question. Alicia, Sophie is in this very strange dynamic where she has both the power and not the power throughout this film. How did you come about that, where you kind of have this unevenness with the character, especially as someone who has played many strong female roles in the past?
Well, I think what I loved about that is, you know, I mean, there's the outside point of view and then there's the inside. The outside is, I love that this is a nod to erotic thrillers of the 90s, right? But what makes it different is the women in those films who are very sexual are also crazy. They have to be because they're sexual, right? And in our film, she's a successful businesswoman. She is passionate about her career. She works very hard. She's unapologetically sexual, and she's not crazy. She's just, I mean, there's an element of crazy in that she, you know, keeps defending herself and taking this on independently, but she's very strong and she's not letting the fear get in the way of this. She's like determined to get him away because it starts as a romantic story. This is a very romantic film. And it feels like it very well could have ended up that they would be together. You know, they have a beautiful first time together. They go to Paris together. It's really romantic and really hot and everything's going great. And then the third date, well, oops, it doesn't go so well. And she realizes, oh, he's not for me, but that was fun. And that's where he takes the role and he's the manipulative one and he's dangerous. And I think that's really interesting to have the woman be like that. And in terms of her being strong and then also having to deal with being the victim and strong at the same time, it was just very interesting. It was an interesting thing that, you know, she knows her strength, she knows her power, but she's scared. She is scared, but she's not, it's like there's a fighter quality inside of her that goes, I don't care how scared I am not letting this guy fuck up my life. You know, and she's just determined. So like that.
I love that. I love that. And going the exact opposite way. Alicia made the comment about how there was often these gritty times when y'all were on set. Karl, Elliot is not, he kind of made some scenes very awkward and very uncomfortable. How was that acting wise? Could you break away from that? Well, this is always how is acting question, but how was that kind of transition on and off set?
Oh, I mean, it's kind of hard to get lost in a performance on a film set. I think because there's cameras and wires everywhere, and you know, people are shouting, you know, and people are like blocking off traffic and then letting it through, and you know, you have modesty covers and all these things. You know, maybe in a play you could kind of like get in the tunnel and sort of, you know, get lost in that two hours. But I mean, it was pretty easy to turn it off at the end of the day. I mean, Alicia is, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're very different from the character you're playing. I'm not saying you're not tough, and I'm not saying there aren't certain things that you both enjoy, but you are a much kinder, less cold person, I think, up front, you know, and your beautiful boy came to set and everything. And I don't think anyone was getting like lost in the method of these roles, because I think that could be kind of unhealthy, especially when working on something like this.
Absolutely, yeah, and there are definitely some moments, you know, towards that climax where you're like, that's why I wanted to know, because sometimes these films, they can get in your head. So
yeah, I think HR would have got called on me if I was like too in it, you know. So that didn't happen.
That's good. That's good to hear. Alicia, one of my big questions about Sophie, and then I want to go back once again. I want to go back to talking about who she was. Once again, she's a badass boss, but she also has this constant fight or flight going on in her head. What would you like for women who want to get more into the romantic thriller, the sexualized thriller? How would you tell women to take her character when they walk out of when they watch this film?
Well, I think you're asking, do I want how do women not be in a romantic? You're saying just how do they
prepare? Sorry, I should have said how should they keep themselves away from what they're doing in your mind and what you're doing, what Sophie is doing in her mind.
I think going to the cops is always a good idea, you know, if something bad happens. Contacting loved ones for help. Those are good activities. Therapy's, well, she's probably in therapy. But I think she's really private, and the complications of the film make it that she can't go to the cops and she doesn't feel comfortable going to the people around her. And I do think she has her own messed up insides, like Karl does. You know, her family is complicated. And I think, sorry, not Karl. So sorry, not Karl. Elliot. Karl's fine, I think. We don't know. But no, I think she's got all kinds of stuff going on inside of her, and she's built up this armor, and she's super tough, but she's scared. She's scared of all of this, but she's also, you know, worked hard, and in working hard, you have all kinds of ups and downs and challenges, and she's a boss bitch. She's just like, don't get in my way. I've worked so hard. Don't mess up my life. And she feels very clear about that. And I think she's sturdy enough, but there's all kinds of cracks inside of her so she's afraid but gets stronger, and like her fear makes her more ferocious to protect herself.
Lovely. Thank you guys so much. Pretty Thing arrives on demand on July 4th. You'll have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Heather.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you.
Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you,
Nerds Rule. Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes.
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
Absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.